If there's one thing I wish someone told me when I started jazz guitar, do not close your eyes for the stuff that you need to practice. I was always practicing the stuff that I kind of liked to practice. Most of the time I was just sitting there noodling. Time just went by and I wasn't really practicing the stuff that I had to practice. TIMEFEEL isn't something we talk about that much. I mean, we talk about transcribing and we talk about getting language. We talk about learning this scale. We can just play to a recording. I've always been thinking you could always play to a recording and then you get good time. The problem is though, if you play to a recording or to like a backing track, you're kind of leaning against someone else's time. Even when I'm jamming with people, like that's not gonna help me get better time because in my head I can still kind of like rely on the bass player and the drummer. So you don't want to be that guy that rely on other people for their time feel. You want to have a really nice internal time feel. Your time inside of your body. You have to feel it so good so when you actually play, you don't rely on anyone else. You know what this does? This makes other people feel really, really comfortable playing with you. Because now they don't have to make it comfortable for you because you're making it comfortable for them. Drummers and the bass player, they'll notice if you have good time because then they can take a step back and they don't have to push the tempo and do all these kind of stuff to make you feel comfortable. It's one of the best things you can practice and I need you to start doing it right now. It's gonna be really funny because I realized this about 2.5 weeks ago, yeah. I was the student having a lesson with like one of Sweden's best guitar players, and so we usually just play duo, and then he kind of like, oh yeah, you see that A minor 7 flat, like he gives me kind of like voicings and stuff. Most of it is just me being inspired by his playing, and then I go home and practice. But like this time I recorded the whole lesson so I could actually hear that I wasn't holding a good time, even remembered it feeling really awkward just comping. That's a fact that I don't want to see. So usually I just close my eyes for that fact. Like, yeah, that was bad, but like, yeah, maybe I should go transcribe. Like, for some reason, I just don't look at it for what it is and like, okay, this is a problem that I have to work on it. So he actually told me, he was like, yeah, you should start practicing with a metronome maybe. Like, I'm not a guy that practices with a metronome. I always have that view on it. And then he was like, if you try doing this 10 minutes a day, you're gonna be like unstoppable. Like, you're gonna see results. And I'm like, and then I actually went home and the first thing I did was like, when I was going home, I was listening to the lesson, which I recorded on my phone. I was like, holy shit, like that sucked. Like, I couldn't comp for shit. Like, his time was, it was so pocket, and I was like, it just felt awkward. Like, I could hear my awkwardness in my, like, couldn't really. And yes, I was probably having not a good day of playing, but it's still not okay. My level has to be higher than that. So I was actually coming home talking with my mom and like being real depressed. Like I was really, really like, oh fuck, he didn't like my playing. Oh, that was bad. Feeling bad, you know, like my mind was just not feeling good at all. After I talked to my mom a bit, I was like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna be serious with this. I just turned it around. You know what? If this is what I have to do, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it for real. So he said do 10 minutes a day. So I started doing it, and I started doing it every day. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go in with the attitude of doing this for every day for the rest of my life. Like, that's the attitude I have. I've never had like a practice routine which is just play this for 30 minutes. To just have something that is set for 30 minutes, because that you can always get in every day. Even if you don't feel like playing, you can get in 30 minutes doing this specific thing. Done. I actually started doing that for like 2.5 weeks ago. Now I've been practicing every day for 2.5 weeks, doing this for 30 minutes a day. I'm a different musician, and that's 2.5 weeks. This is the curve. It just spiked up using a metronome. I'm gonna show you how to do it. People have asked me like, how do you use the metronome? And the fact that you actually do it for 30 minutes a day and you just put it as a thing that you have to get done. It's like, you don't even have to be creative. You just put the metronome on, start comping, because that's literally what you do. After you've done that, now you've unlocked transcribing, you know? I'm so much more confident after 2.5 weeks. I'm like, when I'm jamming with people, I feel the time better. And I've only practiced this for 2.5 weeks every day. So I'm really not stressing this enough. I really want this for you. Like I wouldn't say this if this was not like something that I really believe in. I'm never gonna stop doing this. And it's just, you know, comping also, you will get so good at comping. I don't know what happens when you play with a metronome, like internally. So how you do this exercise. Here you have a metronome that's just going da, da, da. And then you want to count to 4 like this. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Thinking rhythms, okay? You can literally just do this and just feel rhythms. Ba, be, ba, da, be, ba, be, ba, be, ba, ba. Comp to that, and that's literally the practice routine. The thing I do is I do 15 minutes of that, and then after 15 minutes I do 15 minutes of playing to a metronome, the same tempo, maybe even the same tune, and then I just play a melody. So I play the melody to a tune, and I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm literally just playing the tune, melody, without any chords or anything fancy. I'm trying to internalize the melody, and I'm doing it with a metronome to literally have the time, to get the time internalized with everything, and that's like, it's amazing. That's basically what I had to say in this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to get like help on this stuff, hop on the Discord. We talk about this stuff all the time. A lot of people ask me if I do lessons. I don't really do like private lessons right now. Like I'm planning on maybe doing it in the future, but right now you can just hop on the Discord. Have any questions, we can just talk about them there, you know what I'm saying? Practice every day for the rest of your life, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Take care of yourself.